Hello, chorus students. This is Mr. Scrow, and welcome to your final chorus lesson of the entire school year. You've done a lot of great work, and I've had a lot of fun teaching you this year. Today, we are going to finish our study of chorus with a fun period of learning about the last part about Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. So let's get started. The last time you were here, I told you about the story up until the point where Joseph he was thrown in jail. But I want to back up just a little bit and show you some video from a song, an important song in the story, right as the first act is coming to a close, called One More Angel in Heaven. This is the song that the brothers sing to the father, and it's basically an elaborate lie about what happened to Joseph, and the intention was to tell him this lie so Jacob would not go and try to look for Joseph. Here is One More Angel in Heaven.
Father, we've something to tell you, a story of our time, a tragic but inspiring tale of manhood in its prime. You know you had a dozen sons, well now that's not quite true, but feel no sorrow, do not grieve, he would not want you to. You see, there's one more angel in heaven, there's one more star in the sky. Joseph will never forget you. It's tough, but we're gonna get by. There's one less place at our table, there's one more tear in my eye. But Joseph, the things that you stood for, like love and peace, never die.
Okay, so that brings us up to speed of where we're at. Joseph was led away to Egypt, and he was sold into slavery. He was sold to a captain in Pharaoh's army called Potiphar. Potiphar, and we all know the story from here, Potiphar had an opening in his palace, and Joseph applied. He got the job. He found himself in a compromising situation with Potiphar's wife, and Potiphar ended up throwing Joseph into jail with a life sentence. He was going to be in jail for the rest of his life. While Joseph is in jail, he sings what a lot of people would describe as the most beautiful, powerful song from the entire musical. It's called Close Every Door. In the song Close Every Door, to me, Joseph sings in the beginning, he sounds like he is defeated, he's at the low point of his life, and sad. And he remembers, though, that he had a dream once that he one day would become a ruler of a powerful nation someday. So he holds out hope that his story is still to be written. He has the rest of his life to go, and he holds on hope that one day he will be let out of jail and that he'll have a different outcome in his life. Here's Close Every Door to Me.
Close every door to me. Hide all the world and shut out the light. Do what you want with me, hate me and laugh at me. Darken my daytime and torture my night. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. Close every door to me. Keep those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone, for I know I shall find my own peace of mind, for I have been promised a land of my own. Just give me a number instead of my name. Forget all about me and let me decay. I do not matter. I'm only one person. Destroy me completely, then throw me away. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. Close every door to me. Keep those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone, for we know we shall find our own peace of mind, for we have been promised a land of our own.
Joseph's luck was really out, his spirit and his fortune low. Alone he sat, alone he thought of happy times he used to know.
Hey, dreamer, don't be so upset. Hey, Joseph, you're not beaten yet. Go, 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 Joseph, you know what they say. Hang on now, Joseph, you'll make it someday.
Don't give up, Joseph, fight till you drop. We've read the book and you come out on top. The prison walls were wet and black, his chains were heavy, weighed him down. A candle was his only light, the hungry rats the only sound.
Hey, dreamer, don't be so upset. Hey, Joseph, you're not beaten yet. Go, 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 Joseph, you know what they say. Hang on now, Joseph, you'll make it someday.
Don't give up, Joseph, wait till you'll see. We've been outside and you're on the marquee. Now into Joseph's prison cell were flung two very frightened men.
We don't think that we will ever see the light of day again. Hey, Joseph, help us if you can. We've had dreams that we don't understand.
Both men were servants of Pharaoh the king, both in the doghouse for doing their thing. One was a baker, a cook in his prime. One was a butler, the Jeeves of his time.
Tell me of your dreams, my friends, and I will tell you what they show. Though I cannot guarantee to get it right, I'll have a go.
There I was standing in front of a vine. I picked some grapes and I crushed them to wine. I gave them to Pharaoh, who drank from my cup. I tried to interpret, but I had to give up.
You will soon be free, my friend, so do not worry anymore. The king will let you out of here. You'll buttle as you did before.
Next the baker rose to tell his dream, hoping it would have a similar theme.
There I was standing with baskets of bread. High in the sky I saw birds overhead, who flew to my baskets and ate every slice. Give me the message like is would be nice.
Sad to say, your dream is not the kind of dream I'd like to get. Pharaoh has it in for you. Your execution date is set. Don't rely on all I said I saw. It's just that I have not been wrong before.
So the next scene we come across is Pharaoh's palace. It's an elaborate building structure that is dedicated to honoring the king of all Egypt. The king is fast asleep one night when all of a sudden he is bothered yet again with a terrible nightmare that has been reoccurring night after night. He screams for his servants, and among which is the butler, the same butler that met Joseph back in jail. So the butler, determined to help prove that he is a worthy servant, suggests to Pharaoh that he meet Joseph and tell him his dreams so that he could tell him what it means. And even if it is a bad thing, at least he knows what it is and he could maybe do something about it. So the Pharaoh sent away for Joseph, and Joseph was brought before the king.
My service to Pharaoh has begun. Tell me your problems, mighty one.
Pharaoh is in the building!
Well, I was wandering along the banks of the river when 7 fat cows came out of the Nile. Oh yeah, and right behind these fine, healthy animals came 7 other cows that were skinny and vile. And then the thin cows ate the fat cows, which I thought would do good. Oh yeah, but it didn't make them fatter like I thought a monster summer should. Oh no, because the thin cows were as thin as they had ever been. Oh, this dream has got me baffled, hey Joseph, what does it mean? Now you know that kings ain't stupid, but I don't have a clue. Don't you be true, Joseph, help me now, I beg of you. I was standing doing nothing in a field out of town when I saw 7 beautiful ears of corn. Oh yeah, Oh, they were ripe, they were golden, but you guessed it, right behind them there were 7 other ears that were tattered and torn off. Then the bad corn ate the good corn, man, they came up from behind, yes they did. But Joseph, here's a punchline, it's really gonna blow your mind, flip your lid. Because the bad corn was as bad as he had ever been. Well, this dream has got me all shook up, treat me nice, tell me what it means.
7 years of bumper crops are on their way. Years of plenty, endless wheat and tons of hay. Your farms will boom, there won't be room to store the surplus food you grow. After that, the future doesn't look so bright. Egypt's luck will change completely overnight, and famine's hand will stop the land with food an all-time low. Noble king, there is no doubt what your dreams are all about. All these things you saw in your pajamas are a long-range forecast for your farmers, and I'm sure it's crossed your mind what it is you have to find. Find a man to lead you through the famine with a flair for economic planning. But who this man could be, I just don't know. Who this man could be, I just don't know. Who this man could be, I just don't know. Who this man could be, I just don't know.
Joseph was crowned the vice pharaoh of all of Egypt and tasked with the responsibility for coming up with a plan to save Egypt from the impending drought and famine. Meanwhile, areas outside of Egypt did not get word of the danger that lied ahead in history. So places like the land of Canaan, where Joseph was originally from, did not prepare, and therefore during the famine they were starving to death, including Joseph's family, his brothers and his father. So Jacob, the father, sent Joseph's brothers to Egypt to find food. And everywhere that they went, they were told that they have to go see the vice pharaoh of Egypt and to agree to release any food to them. So when they were in Joseph's presence, he quickly realized that these were the same brothers that threw him in a pit and left him to die and then sold him into slavery. He decided that he wanted to come up with a test to see if his brothers were still evil. So he told his brothers that they could spend the night in the palace, and Joseph snuck down and took one of Egypt's most treasured relics, a golden chalice, and he hid it inside of the youngest brother's backpack. The youngest brother's name was Benjamin, and he woke up the next day and he told his brothers that Egypt was going to be kind to them and their people back in the land of Canaan, and that he had already instructed his servants to load up their caravan with enough food to last for several years. So the brothers thanked him and they headed out of town. Just whenever they were far enough out of town, Joseph sounded the alarm. "Guards! Guards! Someone has taken the golden chalice, Egypt's wonderful treasure. Stop them!"
Joseph turned to them all with a terrible stare and said,
No! Stop! You robbers, your little number's up. One of you has stolen my precious golden cup.
Joseph started searching through his brother's sacks. Everyone was nervous. No one could relax. Is it Reuben? Is it Simeon?
the core. Never in my whole career have I encountered this before. Guards, seize him, lock him in a cell. Throw the keys into the Nile as well.
Each of the brothers fell to his knees.
Show him some mercy, Almighty One, please. He would not do this, he must have been framed. Jail us and beat us, we should be blamed. Oh no, not he. How you can accuse him is a mystery. Save him, save me. Benjamin is straighter than Detroit Park Street.
I hear these steel drums sing their song. They're singing, man, you know you got it wrong. I hear the voice of the yellow bird singing in the tree. This is quite absurd. Oh yes, it's true.
It's true.
Benjamin is straighter than the big bamboo. No ifs,
No ifs,
no buts.
no buts.
Benjamin is honest as coconuts. Sure as the tide washed the golden sand, Benjamin is an innocent man. Ooh, sure as bananas need the sun, we are the criminal guilty ones. Oh no, not he.
Not he. How you can accuse him is a mystery.
Save him,
Save him,
take me.
take me. Benjamin is straighter than Detroit Palm Tree. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh no, not he. How you can accuse him is a mystery. Save him, take me. Benjamin is straighter than Detroit Palm Tree.
Joseph knew by this his brothers now were honest men. The time had come at last to reunite them all again.
Can't you recognize my face? Is it hard to see that Joseph, who you thought was dead, your brother is me?